Hi, today we're going to go over Etsy listings and fees and how much money I've made so far since January. And then I'm going to talk about all of the different things that they take out and how much money I made, and we'll go from there. It's Grandma's Budgets. I'm Laura. Thank you for coming to my channel. I appreciate your support and your being here. So this is since January for my Etsy store. My Etsy store is Grandma Budgets US, and Etsy's a good place to put things on. I know there's a lot of competition, but at the same time, there's 90 million buyers, and the Etsy sales have doubled from 2020 to 2021. So that's a lot of people on there trying to buy things, and of course, being in this budgeting community really helps. The budgeting community is very supportive and kind to each other, so that really helps me out. So anyway, so from April's not over, but I'll show you what I have so far on April. But my net sales from January to March I had 23 sales, and that equaled out $77.34. And then the fees from January to March were $48.30. Now, the reason why that's so high is because I put all of my listings on there, and you have to pay 20 cents per listing. And so I have 133 items, and most of those I did within the first month. So I had a bunch of them ready beforehand before I even put them on. So I have 133 items, and most of my items are $1.50 each, which I have 122 single items that are worth $1.50. I have 7 bundle items, and those are different prices. And then I have 4 printed and shipped. So if I print them and then ship them out to you, I have 4 of those. So anyway, so that was $48.30. So for the listing, every time you list something, it costs you 20 cents. And then it lasts for 4 months, and then you can auto renew or you can manually renew. And I just have it on auto renew. And so that cost me $35 for all those listings. Then when somebody buys something, they charge you a 6.5% transaction fee. And that was $5.09 for those 23 items, because they were only, the reason it's so cheap is because most of them are $1.50 a piece. So. And then the processing fee, they charge you 3% plus 25 cents per transaction, which is kind of crazy. So that's $8.21. So in the scheme of things, it's not that much, but it adds up. There's lots of other things that they have. Excuse me. Like if somebody buys it that it has a different currency, like let's say I'm in the United States, that's why my budget channel says Grandma Budgets US for United States. So if they have to convert the currency, they charge you another 2.5%. And so like here's all of the listing fees, 20 cents, 20 cents, 20 cents. Etsy also has another thing that they do, is like they do offsite ads. And so what happens is if you have more than $10,000 in sales, now that's total sales, including fees and everything. In 365 days, they charge you 12% of that sale. So let's say that somebody sees an ad and they click on it and it's for your, I don't know, binder. And then they purchase it they click on the ad, then they purchase it from that started from that ad. They charge you 12% of your total sales. Okay. And then what happens is that they will never charge you more than $100. I don't know if that's per month, but I think it is. I don't know. I don't really know about that. But anyway, however, if you have less than $10,000 per sales, then you're automatically included in this unless you opt out. So if you opt out, then you don't have to pay if you're less than 10,000. But if you don't opt out, then they charge you 15%. So let's say they clicked on an ad and then they ended up buying your product. They charge you 15% instead of 12. So that's even more than that. So that's something to think about. So if you're not selling more than $10,000, then you should probably opt out. But that's just my opinion. I'm no expert on Etsy, that's for sure. So anyway, that's what that is. They also have some other things too that they do, but these are the main ones that they do. So that's just, you know, all these were listing fees at the beginning because I was just putting on all of my products. So all these listing fees, because I didn't really sell anything in January. So here's February, because see, if you look right here, it tells you had 0 sales, but your fees were $8.40. I didn't do any marketing. I was just trying to get all my stuff on there. And then the shipping, most of these are all, they're all digital downloads except for these printed and shipped. And I did do one of those, but I just sent them myself. I didn't go through shipping. What I did is I just had the product, which was oh goodness gracious, you know, like a tracker. I had a tracker that I sold. And so what I did was I just cut it out. I printed it and cut it out myself. And then I just put it in a regular size, like a number 10 envelope, like a letter envelope. And so I just had to use just a stamp. So it didn't cost me very much to send that. And maybe that's not the most glamorous way to do it, but I didn't have the money. So that's what I did. I did put a cute little sticker on the back and thank you for your order. But I would like to get some like cute green envelopes to do that with. But so far this is almost 4 months. I've only sent 1 item so far. So I think most people do have a printer, or of course I haven't had that many sales, so who knows. Anyway, so this is for February. I had $52 in sales, $52.48, and then I had $30.68 in fees. So that's the same thing. Like, see, like they paid sales tax. So Etsy will collect the sales tax and pay it for you. So that's good. So they collect the sales tax from the buyer and then they take it out and pay it. Then see, here's a processing fee of 3% plus 25 cents. So that was 30 cents. And then the payment was $162. So that's what they took out of that. So if you're like pricing your things at $1, you're not going to make any money at all. I mean, $1.50 is pretty cheap, but I'm still making a little bit of money. I mean, I don't want to gouge people, but at the same time, you're not making a whole lot of money if your items are priced too low. Like I see some people are pricing them at $1 and I'm thinking, geez, they're not getting anything. Maybe they're getting, I don't know how much, 70 cents. I don't know what it is, but anyway. So think about that. Think about your pricing. Look at other people's pricing if you're trying to figure out your pricing. Here's some more that I sold. So there was a transaction fee of 10 cents, a listing fee. Those are 20 cents because I put a bunch of more stuff on there. These are all listing fees. Just trying to get lots of stuff on my site. I still need to put some more up. I need to make some more items. Then here's like some more transaction fees. So like on $1.50, those were the 6.5 of that is just 10 cents. So that's not too bad. But when you keep taking off, every time you sell something, they relist it for you, and then that's another 20 cents. So that's 30 cents. Then plus your processing fee and your transaction fee. Oh, that's the transaction fee is 10 cents. So then plus your processing fee and your new listing fee. So that's 30. And then let's see what else. And then 30 cents more. So that's 30, 40, 50, 60. And so out of $1.50, I made 90 cents. So that's why some people price their things like at $2, $2.50, $3. That's why. But I'm not established enough to do that since I'm new. I'm just started out with $1.50. And I figure that's good. And then, you know, for now, until I can get going. Okay, and then that's the same thing there. Transaction fees. So then here's March. I sold, this is for the whole month. So this will tell you right here, your sales were $24.86, your fees were $9.22. So my net profit was $15.64. So your gross is before they take out anything, and then your net is what you finally get. So here's some more listing fees, and like I said, every time they every time that you sell something, they list it again, so that's another 20 cents. And then they just send it every week to your bank account. So you just hook up your bank account, and every week they'll send you whatever you made that week. So that's nice. So anyway, here's some more processing fees, listing fees, transaction fees. Some of these I did like a sale. I had like a 15% off sale, so they were a little cheaper. Here's another one, $1.38. Here's one, $1.27. So you got to think about that too. When you have a sale, you are getting less money, of course, but you know, you've got to attract people in and get them to buy what you have. So, or at least get them to look, which is good. And then maybe they'll find something that they like or that they need. So same thing here. And so that kind of shows that. And so here's April. And of course the month isn't over yet. And so for April, so far I've done $21.20, and the fees were $5.62. So my current net profit for April so far is $15.58. So that's a little better than March, because March was $15.64, and that's, oh no, that's a little less, $15.58. This one was a good month, $52, so I ended up making $21.80. So anyway, so same thing here. So they sent your, for the week, they send whatever you made that week to your bank. So this is the total for everything. So far I've had 30 orders, but I've had 51 sales. The reason why is because these 30 people ordered more than one item. So had 30 orders and 51 sales. So my revenue so far for the whole year, and that's when I started in January, $98.54. So my total in fees were $53.92. So all of my listing fees ended up being $36.80. Transactions fees were $6.49, which isn't too bad. Processing fees were $10.63. That's the more thing there. And so my total net profit for since January has been $44.62. Now that's not a whole lot of money, but you have to start somewhere, right? So when you start, you know, pretty soon you start going on a trajectory, and you know, you get a little bit here and then it keeps going up a little more, a little more, a little more. As long as you keep, you know, at it, keep changing, go back onto Etsy, change your tags or whatever you need to do, update your things, you know, put on some more pictures, add more items, you know, constantly just keep working at it. And then of course I think YouTube helps me out a lot too, because people might not even know about my store at all if it wasn't for my YouTube channel. So anyway, so that's what I did so far on Etsy. So just to kind of let people know, like if you're thinking about opening an Etsy store, that's just some things you need to think about. Don't just think about, you know, oh, I'm selling this for $1.50, so I'm going to make $1.50, and I had 30 sales. You got to remember all these little fees that are being taken out and things. And then not only that, but you have to pay taxes too. So don't forget about your taxes. So you have to pay taxes too. But I would not, this is just my opinion, but I would not put your items too highly priced at the beginning, because then nobody's going to want to buy anything from your store because it's costs too much. That's just my opinion. So, you know, maybe after, if you have a whole bunch of buyers and a whole bunch of followers and things, you could always up your price a little bit then. But as for right now, I'm keeping mine at $1.50. And then like the ones that I print and send, like you can buy one of the trackers. You get to pick which tracker you want, and then I'll print it for you and I'll send it to you. And it's free shipping, but I charge $3, and that's because I have to print it and I have to ship it and I have to cut it out for you. So that's charging you $1.50 extra to send it, to print it, cut it, and send it. But, think about those things too. So don't just make it the same price if you're going to have to ship it to them. You can always make people pay for shipping too, but I just figured if I put it in that envelope, then it's only, I don't know what even stamps are right now, 64 cents or something like that. So that's not a lot of profit, but like I said, you got to start somewhere, and you got to start building up your clientele and start building up, people that might want to buy through your store. So anyway, I think there's a lot of nice people on YouTube that support you and help you and buy things from you, and they're so kind and good, and I'm really blessed to be in this community. I love it so much. Everybody's so nice, and I just want to say thank you all so much for watching my video, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you next time, hopefully. Thank you.